In 2005, Jesus Take the Wheel topped the country charts for 6 weeks, became a crossover hit, and earned the Grammy for Best Country Song. In this week's Inside the Song, co-writer Bret James reveals how that powerful tale of faith and salvation became Carrie Underwood's first #1 hit.
Jesus Take the Wheel started like any other songwriting day. It was just a typical day at the office. Nothing too exciting about it. I was working with Hillary Lindsey and Gordy Sampson, and we were at Hillary's house. And you know, like songwriters do, you sit around and you drink coffee and you talk about life. That takes about the first hour, and you catch up, and you know, that's what we did. We're all three really close friends, so it took us about an hour just drinking coffee and catching up before we actually sat down. And usually when you sit down to write a song, the question is, well, what do we want to do? You know, what are we here for? What are we going to write? Who's recording? What do we want to write about? Who's got an idea for a song? And I remember Gordy kind of spit out this idea, you know, he's like, man, I got this idea called When Jesus Takes the Wheel, you know. And of course, now that kind of sounds familiar because a lot of people have heard that, but no one had ever heard that before, and it sounded kind of crazy to me. I'm like, Jesus driving, I don't get this. And I kind of laughed, and we kind of laughed, and we talked about it for a second. We saw, like, what else we got, you know? So we moved on through 5 or 6 other song ideas, and you know, finally, you know, about 30 minutes later, we came back and, you know, what about that When Jesus Takes the Wheel idea? What would we do with that? And so we just started writing about this little girl driving to Cincinnati and just put a story around it. And, you know, as songwriters, we write all kinds of songs. We write sexy songs and silly songs and songs you can dance to and stupid songs. But the ones that, you know, the ones that end up mattering to me, and I think a lot of songwriters the most, are songs that actually mean something to people. And it's an incredible blessing to be sitting in a room with 2 friends on a given Tuesday and just talking about life, and you have a great time and you spend some hours together. And you know, that song's been 10 years now, and you know, to be able to go to Seattle or New York or Florida or Texas or London and sit and play that song for people, and for them to still come up and say, hey, you know what, that really meant a lot to me when that came out. I was going through this in my life, or I've had that sort of experience, or you know, that song just really moved me at a time when I needed to be touched, is the greatest thing about being a songwriter.
Jesus Take the Wheel earned Underwood her first 2 Grammys back in 2005. Thanks so much for watching this week's Nashville Insider feature. If you liked what you saw, be an insider and hit the subscribe button. Also check out our friends Summer and Bray on their YouTube channel. And if you want to see full episodes of Nashville Insider, go to countryroadtv.com and use the code INSIDER when you sign up to get a free month. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next week.